Welcome to the course of Understanding Love, Creating Inner Peace. I am Emily, who will accompany you throughout the learning journey. Before we start, I would like to thank everyone for accompanying me throughout this course. I really appreciate and am grateful to your spread of the course. Do you remember the house of the 7 inclusive wealths? We already went through the foundation of the house together, which is also the most important part. The inner world. Through the course of Understanding the Inner World, Creating Inner Peace. Now, let's climb up the first wall of the house, relationships. I will help you to build that solid wall in this course. What's your favorite drink with an enchanting taste? Whatever it is, I hope that when studying this course, you will have beside you a favorite drink to sip and enjoy a bit of the rare space in a day, chatting with someone willing to share and listen to you. And that's me. If I asked you right now, are you happy, how would you reply? You will not hesitate to say, of course, I am very happy. Or you will be a little hesitant, sometimes. Or you will stay quiet, deep inside thinking, I'm not feeling truly happy. Why am I asking you this question? The ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle asserted that happiness is the ultimate goal of mankind. None of us can deny that we crave true happiness. And the question, are you feeling happy, is life's most fundamental question. If you are feeling happy, then there is nothing better. I hope I can listen to your story. I believe that a happy person has a lot to share, and I'm sure it's not just me but many others are also looking forward to receiving your secret. But in reality, many people can't confidently claim that they are happy. True happiness is a journey that only a few are lucky enough to reach the finish line. Why have I tried so hard but still can't live with joy and peace? Why is life so tiring? Why doesn't everything turn out the way I want it to? Why did this misery happen to me? Have you ever asked yourself these questions? When you come to this course, are you looking for an answer? You want to get rid of the negative emotions that exist inside, the bad situations going on outside. You are definitely looking for a happy and peaceful life which is filled with love. And you know what? You deserve what you want. When you desire something, the whole universe conspires to help you achieve it. I believe, with a strong desire for happiness, you will smile with satisfaction as you begin your journey after this course. I, along with this course, will be your companion in the journey to conquer what you want in the future. So let's take the first step together on this journey. Before doing anything, we all have to clarify the question why, right? So, in this very first lesson, we will find out together why we need to learn about love. After completing 10 lessons in this course, what knowledge we will get, and what benefits such knowledge will bring. And finally, we will analyze the importance of balancing love among 4 objects: personal, family, organization, society. First, let's explore together 4 reasons why we need to learn about love. Have you ever wondered why we need to learn about love? That's because love is the major of transformation. There are 2 forces that help people change and transform. The first is transformation after experiencing pain and loss. The second is transformation through love and enlightenment of wisdom. Suffering will change people. If a misery hasn't changed people, then a greater one will do. If a loss hasn't changed people, a greater loss will do. If the greater loss still hasn't changed people, a terrible one will do. Obesity may not make people exercise, but when it leads to diabetes, fatty blood and other diseases, people will be determined to exercise. Surely no one wants to experience pain and loss in life, so we should choose a brighter and wiser path. And that's transformation because of love. Don't wait for a terrible loss to change, but change for the sarke of love. For example, if we love ourselves, take care of our health, we will develop a habit of exercising daily, going to bed early, getting up early, eating healthy. As a result, we will have a healthy body, always full of energy, and do not have to face drugs and hospitals. If we don't know how to love ourselves from the beginning, is it true that we will wait until our body is tired, sick, hospitalized, and needs taking medicine before we start loving and taking care of ourselves again? At this point, we not only lose time and money but are also unsure whether our health will be restored as it once was. Thus, choosing to love and cherish yourself to transform will be much simpler. So between suffering to transform and love to transform, which would you choose? Do you want to reach the pinnacle of success or become a victim of success, having money and career but no love? The second reason why you need to learn to love is to feel love within yourself. The inner world creates the outer world. If the inside is not complete, the outside reality cannot be positive. We share to be loved, or we share because of love. Which is full of love and which is craving for love. When we share to be loved, that's when our inner world lacks love. We share with the desire for love from others. We are starving for love and not satisfied with our love reality. On the contrary, we share because of love. We are not stuck with love, the other side receives it, then we'll be very happy. But if not, things are still fine. We share not because we are not lacking in love but because we have enough of it. So find a way to supplement the love inside to make it complete, then your love reality will be better and more wonderful. Some people are lucky to grow up in a family full of love. And through daily practice, that person's inner loving world is complete, so the reality of his life is very simple and beautiful. However, there are people who are not so lucky. They keep trying to give a lot to receive love, but the results are not satisfactory. But they do not realize that they are asking for love from the outside, not fulfilling from the inside. But the mind that wishes for love has a negative electromagnetic vibration frequency, so the result is always unsatisfactory. So if anyone hasn't had enough love, learn to complete it. When we have enough love, we can love the people around us. Incompleteness, make completeness. And if anyone has already had enough love, learn to clarify and name the formula to help their beloved ones. Completeness makes greater completeness. The third reason why we need to learn to love is because it helps us to attract a complete material life. This may sound irrelevant, but actually very relevant. You can see that people who were born and raised in a family full of love and know how to love those around them, their material life is very complete, right? Even if you take courses in getting rich, but if you are not complete from inside, it is really difficult to attract a full material life. Among the elite virtues, kindness is the major to activate material. And because kindness means love, learning to love is the way to activate or attract a full material life, particularly money. The more you increase the kindness to love, material life will naturally come to you. What we do always comes from two motivations. Act out of fear or act out of love. Which one do you choose? If you go out to earn money because you're afraid you won't have anything to eat, and make money because you love your parents and want you and your parents to have a better life, what will be easier for you to make money? Acting out of love will always be much easier. No one thinks learning about love would involve finance. But in fact, love is the root, the motivation for us to make money. Like a machine needs a motor. The greater the love, the greater the motivation to find a solution, thereby attracting finance. The more people you help, the more finance and material will be attracted. The amount of money you earn is proportional to the number of people you create value and help. And finally, learn to love to address and fulfill all human needs for themselves and their loved ones. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, there are 6 levels, including basic needs, safety needs, relationship needs, esteem needs, self-expression needs, and giving needs. Love is present in all 6 needs, and the higher the level of need, the higher the level of love. Self-loving people are people who give themselves enough of their basic needs, safety needs, relationship needs, esteem needs, self-expression needs. Similarly, a person who loves others is someone who fulfills others' 5 needs. Self-love is about starting to fulfill your basic needs at the lowest level. The higher we go, the more we want to love, thereby attracting more love. When we can open my heart and accommodate more people, my life will be further filled with love and happiness. Between the two choices, including sharing to be loved and sharing because of love, people often prefer the former. But the right thing is to love yourself first, and then share. In the hierarchy of needs, self-love is the basic need at the lowest level, while giving and sharing is at the top level. So to be able to go higher, our inner world must be full of love before we can start sharing, right? To love others and attract love from others, you must first love yourself. Are these 4 reasons worth it for us to spend 12 evenings courting and clarifying love? So specifically, during the course Understanding Love, Creating Inner Peace, what will we explore together? And what benefits will that knowledge bring us? The first is that we will go through the formula to be full of love together. Understanding the formula full of love will help you to transform, because the inner world will create the outer world. Next, we will go through the 4 levels of love together to help us love in consciousness, in freedom. Another important thing is that we will understand self-love together. This is the focus of this course. Because loving yourself is the first step you need to do well when you truly love. After loving oneself enough, this course teaches people how to materialize love, particularly how to give and express love. You can even become an expert supporting the love of others. However, what if after the course people still practice but still do not attract quality relationships? The answer is that the focus of our course is full of love from the inside, so it doesn't really matter if the outer shape changes or not. In addition, for a better life, we need to balance 4 factors. Love yourself, love your family, love your organization, and love your society. If a wife only loves her husband and kids, she even forgets to love herself. Going to work but can't concentrate because she always worries about her husband and children at home. Her worries about her family destroy her desire to contribute to society. As a result, her own health deteriorates, relationships fade, work is not completed, and no contribution to the community. So in retrospect, can that woman be happy? So knowing how to balance love among the 4 elements will make everyone's life better and easier. To sum up, we have clarified together why we need to learn to love. And specifically, in this course we will learn together to understand love, what benefits that knowledge gives us. And finally, the reason why we need to balance love between different objects in life. So our first lesson ends here. See you again in Lesson 2, the recipe to be full of love.